Hey there, it's Ashley here, Alaska Urban Hippie, with a pressure canning learning moment for you. So, I recently canned up the remains of my winter squash from my garden, and so I have all of these beautiful cans of winter squash that are good to go. All of them sealed except one, so pretty good out of 20 jars, I'd say. But, so when I was stacking the jars in the pressure canner, I had to do 2 layers, and by the time I got to the top layer of jars, I couldn't really see the bottom of the pressure canner. And when I was pouring in the water, I couldn't really tell where the water level was. And now I know, do the water level after you put in the first layer of jars, because clearly I didn't have 2 to 3 inches of water at the bottom. And now this is what I've got to deal with. Just really terrible smelling scorch marks on the bottom of the pressure canner. And I've tried soaking it in water overnight, and it's really not coming off that well. But I learned a trick of just about using baking soda and salt. So I'm going to give that a try because pressure canners are aluminum, which is a really soft metal. So if you can, you want to be careful about using anything that's too abrasive. So I'm going to give the baking soda and the salt a try, and we'll see how it goes. So I've got a big container of salt. This is where I keep my baking soda, and I'm just going to take that, dump it over top, liberally, very liberally. So usually when you use the salt and baking soda trick, the salt acts as an abrasive material, and the baking soda is what's actually doing the scrubbing work. And this is just a pitcher of warm water. Just gonna add a little bit, just so we can form a paste on the bottom. And now I'm just gonna get in there, scrub it up. I'm just using a regular dish rag, but to avoid making you seasick while I'm scrubbing with one hand and holding my camera with the other, I'll check back with you in a few minutes, and hopefully this is working. So I've only been scrubbing for like a minute, and this is actually working really friggin' well. I'm glad I started making this video. If it didn't work, I wasn't going to post it on YouTube. But forgive the seasickness when I scrub this a little bit. But I'll show you like how easy this is coming off right now. Like the salt and the baking soda. I mean, it's getting pretty grimy in there, but it's all coming off. And some of it's coming off in layers, which is nice. But the edges are trickier. But they're just taking a little elbow grease, but it is coming off. So, and the bottom of this pressure canner, it's kind of hard to see, but the metal actually has some natural ridges to it. It's in a big circular pattern, and those ridges are still there, so I didn't like totally destroy the metal. So that's a good thing. Woohoo! I'm gonna keep scrubbing. Awesome. I gave her a good rinse with warm water, and we are pretty much back to new. So, the next time you forget to add as much water as you should to the bottom of your pressure canner, and you have burned on bits scorched to the bottom of your pressure canner, now you know all that you need to get the scorched bits off the bottom of that aluminum pressure canner is some salt and some baking soda. That's it. All right, happy canning.